I'm Justin Hoot. I'm the Director of Client Services here at Someoddpilot. We're a creative agency here in Chicago. For me, I made the decision that I wanted to get a degree, further an advanced degree. And I was looking around at some shops and or some different various schools, and I had noticed that West Virginia had one that was online, which completely fit with my lifestyle and for what I needed at the time. I think what I bring to the program, I think what I bring to teaching is really a real-world experience and a real-world application of that stuff. I think I bring a wealth of knowledge and background for students, not only from how these concepts and how marketing comes to life, in a real paying environment, in a real-world client environment. I think I also bring a wealth of knowledge around what the business of marketing is, right? And how a student might grow in their career, some avenues that a student might take as they kind of progress beyond college and beyond the program. And I think what I've been thrilled about is just kind of watching the growth and sort of those aha light bulb moments with the students. I think that comes with a lot. I think that where that comes from, and I think where those aha moments really come from, is a lot of these students are steeped in the academic side of the program, which is great. And then I think I really have an opportunity to kind of bring some of that real world application to all the things that they've studied thus far. I think if you have a real passion for marketing, I think it's an amazing program and an amazing way to kind of to forefront a lot of the things that are happening out in the world right now in our industry. And I think it's a great opportunity to get some exposure to that. And I think little tidbits from every class, as an opportunity to kind of learn some practical application work, in advance of a career in marketing. Digital marketing is a real nebulous term. I think to do marketing in 2022, the lines between what would be considered traditional and the lines of what would be considered digital have really blurred extensively. At this point, digital marketing is an area of marketing, but it's a big part of it. I'm not really seeing a huge distinction between traditional and digital. I'd say a lot of our clients are coming to us with digital first needs, and often print becomes kind of an opportunistic and broadcast, for a lot of the clients that I work with more in the challenger brand space, sort of as an afterthought. No one's really pushing for big broadcast spots anymore as much as they're pushing for, where are our consumers? A lot of their consumers happen to be younger, more digitally oriented. We're finding them across many different social platforms. Streaming has really taken over in terms of a vehicle for what used to be called more traditional television is now primarily streaming. So a lot of our content winds up as spots on connected TV or across social channels. We firmly believe that no one likes marketing, which is to say that no one actively seeks out marketing. You don't wake up in the morning, pop your phone open, and be like, oh my God, I cannot wait to get an ad. But what people do get excited about are the things that they're passionate for: food, comedy, travel. Action sports, outdoor sports, just the things that, family, love, music, the things that make people happy and make people that want to see. So for us, it's really about, at our core, we're all humans who are interested in some of these same base emotions. And what we try to do with our brands is to kind of bring those base emotions to the forefront and establish that connection between consumers and brands. We feel strongly here that if you don't have a strong core brand, you don't really have anything. All the trend chasing in the world can't make up for the fact that you don't know who you are, you don't know who you should be in the world, you don't have a strong mythology kind of around your brand that creates opportunities to connect with consumers. As a full-time employee, as a husband and a father of three, I think the program is absolutely manageable. It just takes dedication. I think it just takes discipline and creating that space for yourself to do that. For me, it was a lot of early mornings and late nights to really kind of find that time. That's really how I juggled it, right? And also the weekends were a great opportunity to get that in there. But I think just making a little bit of space every single day for it was really the best advice that I can give to anybody, and that kind of allows you to kind of stay focused and really make sure that the program's getting the attention that it needs.